and 99% of people think dinosaurs vanished completely. But a vital evolutionary thread survived the cataclysm. This thread connects the mighty extinct reptiles to today's sky dwellers. Paleontology once presented a clear, brutal separation between groups. But the traditional view showed dinosaurs ending abruptly, a true extinction event. And now that we understand X, let's explore why the shift in perspective. These delicate impressions hinted at structures we never expected on them. The realization that feathers preceded flight completely upended assumptions. Initial feathered finds emerged from specific fossil beds globally. With these were not large, fearsome predators, but small, agile theropods. The key lay in the anatomy of their arms and hands. But these wrist structures are remarkably homologous to those in modern birds. And 5 feathers likely first evolved for insulation or display, not necessarily for flight. The transition was gradual, spanning millions of years of subtle modification. And now that we understand X, let's explore why the evolution of flight mechanics. Early feathers might have aided in controlled descent from trees. This trees down hypothesis suggests gliding preceded powered, flapping flight. Many distinct theropod groups developed these feather structures independently. And the fusion of bones in the bird pelvis is a clear remnant. But even the scaly legs and 3 primary toes mirror their ancestors. The environment during the late Mesozoic favored small, adaptable body plans. These intermediate creatures navigated the world differently than the giants. Their vision and agility suggest complex behavioral patterns evolved early. Hollow bones, once thought unique to flying forms, were already present. This internal structure was primarily for respiratory efficiency, not weight reduction. Then came the devastating impact event that ended the Mesozoic era. The climate shock filtered out nearly all large terrestrial life forms. But small body size offered critical advantages for survival in the darkness. Limited food resources favored the highly efficient metabolism of smaller lineages. As the dust settled, the surviving feathered lineages began to diversify rapidly. This period marks the true origin of what we recognize as aves. The ability to fly opened up entirely new ecological niches for exploration. The furcula, or wishbone, is another crucial piece of anatomical evidence. This structure stores elastic energy, powering the powerful downstroke of the wing. Now that we understand X, let's explore why the diversification across continents. Evolution continued to refine traits, leading to specialized forms in every niche. The beak shapes rapidly evolved to exploit specific food sources available. The complete loss of teeth marks one of the most significant avian departures. Odd or higher metabolic rates demanded greater respiratory efficiency than ever before. At the unique one-way airflow through air sacs ensures constant oxygen uptake. But this superior respiratory system facilitated sustained, high-altitude activity. A modern science continuously finds more granular links in the fossil record. May even the microscopic structures hint at ancestral pigment patterns. These structures dictate color, suggesting complex displays in dinosaur courtship. The dinosaur family tree is now inextricably linked to the avian branch. Every pigeon, every sparrow, carries the legacy of the great reptiles. But they are not mere descendants, they are surviving, specialized dinosaurs. The genetic blueprint for scale and feather production is closely related. Understanding this lineage forces us to redefine what extinction truly means. Survival wasn't about brute size, but about developmental plasticity. Feathers provided the necessary toolkit for exploiting the aerial dimension. But the microscopic, interlocking structure of veins is essential for performance. Each structure is optimized, a product of millions of years of selection pressure. And we must view the dinosaur world not as static monoliths, but as dynamic prototypes. Evolutionary pressures sculpted these prototypes towards avian success. But their shadow on the ground is the shadow of the dinosaurs themselves. The geological record speaks clearly if we learn how to listen to the stone. It challenges our linear view of life, demonstrating profound continuity. The boundary between reptile and bird dissolved beneath the microscope and in the field. The dinosaurs never truly vanish heat, they simply learn to fly away from extinction.